What's the upside, my dear adult fans of Lego Solbrick? In the house, and I'm standing in my custom Lego town called Soltown, a feminist police state. No men are allowed to live here. I'm just a visitor, and we're going to talk about safety in today's video. You know what? I've been thinking lately. About what? Well, about democracy and the importance to subscribe to Solbrick's channel. Oh yeah, and smack a like. Because we do have a democracy in this police state. There's just one party that you can choose, which is the state party. However, this can sometimes lead to some disturbance among the citizens, some kind of ruckus. So you need a riot van. And I usually build kind of cute cars and vans and trucks and such. This is the fire truck, of course. And we have the very cute little ambulance. And I also have this kind of cartoony lorry, inspired by, those kind of kids shows that have cute lorries. And in the neighboring city where only bearded men are allowed, or bearded people are allowed to live, they have this little 4 studs wide police van. I'm kind of going to base this riot van a bit on this cute design, but it's going to be 6 wide. I'm going to do something different and show you it straight away. So here it is. And later I'm going to show you how I built it. So let's look at some features for this little riot van. And it has this cool turret on the top that can fire at people, or it can also be converted into a water cannon, I guess. But this is of course just for demonstration, and they will never actually kill people. They're just gonna shoot on the side, of course. You have this whole demonstration crowd here or something, and you blast it off. It's just the top gunner is working here, so even when you go like bam, 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 she's not gonna hit anyone,
Fuck you, 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 fuck you.
Now you might recognize this kind of cute look. It's a condensed version of the Turtles party wagon, classic cartoony van from the 80s. So it has some cool features. You have a back door here, or a ramp, where you can unload your police or soldiers, your riot control people. And for easy access for us a big fig, you can turn that around and you can open it like that, and you can kind of see what's going on in there. Well, it's a bit dark. But we do have another option here, just like the party wagon. You can open the side here and you have a gunner there. Oh, it's Crazy Greta! Pew, 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 pew! So that's a bit of a surprise. And on the side here as well, on the other side, if you go on the inside here, this is I chose kind of like the design over practicality there. So you have an extra gun down there that pops out like so. So some cool toy features, play features, and of course a broom to clean up the mess. On the side here we have an extra stud, and that's for some extra attachments. For instance, you can put in this armborst, as we say in Swedish, old classic weapon. So you can maybe use some sleeping darts or something. I mean, we would never kill our citizens, okay, don't worry. And if it's a bit messy, you can also have this katana here for shaving off people. So for instance, this is just a demonstration. She can stand here drinking her very important coffee. And you go like that, bam! And she's at peace. And of course you have this little part in front of here also where you can remove people that's in the way for their own safety, of course. Now let's have a look at how I built this. Thank you for sticking around for this little let's build. So here's the base. I put this kind of wheels underneath here, and those are held together with those rounded plates underneath. So a pretty simple design. You have a 2 by 8 or 10 plate underneath there, or tile. Oh, these are the tiles, sorry. And a snot piece in here where the front will attach. So this is kind of like a basic Lego design that they use a lot. And here on the back we have these old hinged door kind of pieces that looked like this. I really like them because you don't have a lot of, it's not a big gap in between here, like in more modern versions of this solution. And if we start with the back, it's pretty simple. We have that little arch up there. I wanted to have it wider, but I need to have that opening door on the side, which means that this needs to be one stud in, so that's why this have this design. And the slopes down there are so that they won't get in the way for the wheels to turn around. And in the front, where the driver is going to sit, I put in some panels just so that she can have her arms there. Because I want her to sit on this side and not in the middle, because we have the crazy Greta gunner here that's going to poke out like that, so she needs some space to be hidden in here. And the gun part are on more modern types of hinges, so a cheese piece just to fill that gap in a bit, and the gun is on this kind of piece that's pretty handy to put stuff in. And it needs to be a bit short so that I can get in here without hitting the side wall. So that's pretty cool. And I think it's cool how it lines up on the side here when you go like this. And then I'm going with this piece up here just because this needs to be the stop for the roof door opening thingy. And here's just a simple build to get some kind of like more reinforced look for the backside. Get some nice military shaping there, I think. A bit brutalistic or something. And here's the driver. She's pretty cool. Having a nice helmet there if she would hit her head, because it's a bit bumpy to drive these kind of vehicles. The military isn't really about comfort, it's about getting the job done and having vehicles that are very inexpensive to build. Now for this side door, I think it's the most important part of this build. I've used some plates, but also this kind of piece that's basically this part of this like trapdoor. So you just remove it. Well, you just remove it, and then you get those little clips or pieces where you can clip it on, and you have a hole already here in that upside down slope where this actually fits in, so that's pretty handy. So let's go and put that in like so, and it aligns, so that's cool. And the broom here is actually works as a stop here for it not going all the way in here when you have it closed, when the roof is on. And on the other side, just a little one of those smaller panels there. So starting to look pretty nice. Let's put in the front here. So the front is based on this part that's pretty common in today's modern Lego trucks. I'm gonna expand a bit on it with some plates that I put some tiles and stuff on. A rounded grill there just to give it a bit of like a Volkswagen feel. And underneath some bulky stuff in this fence that we're just gonna put in like so. So now we have a pretty large or tall front of this vehicle. And of course this is like an upside down slope with a printed it's an ATSD that they are aiming for. And then the window to hold this together. And just an extra fence for some detailing here in front, because it looks cool. Maybe it's a grill or something. Crazy Gretchen is just sitting on this little modified plate there, or tile, so that's gonna go in there. And now she can swing in and out if you just raise her little gun there. So that's pretty awesome. And the roof is this kind of part. It's not actually the same as this. It is a bit more reinforced here. And there's no particular reason why I chose this, except for I didn't have it in dark gray, the other one. Otherwise maybe this would have been better, I don't know. So let's see. this stops pretty good because I put in some extra parts up here. And this is on that kind of swivel that it's not on this kind of swivel that just is a bit hurly-durly, kind of unstable. It's on these with grooves on, so you can post them however you want without turning around, which is pretty annoying, I would say. So that goes on top of here and perfectly holds everything together. So that's pretty cool, I think. And these fire things were actually my kid's idea. He said, "Dad, you gotta put in some fire there," and I think that looks awesome. Where is this going to be parked? Well, this is actually part one of 2 parts, as you probably know from the thumbnail. And it's going to be parked here where the old fishmonger were, or monger. We have a new one, as you can see here in the image. So this old building is going to come out of here. And I'm going to build like a garage or a bunker or something for this vehicle here. As you know, it's really important to use guns for safety, especially when you're the government. War is peace, as it's said for a reason. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to stay out of the nonsense, stay awesome, and please, 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 please subscribe.